what's the process that we need to go through.
Well, it's to outline it so we don't give you
So
any
we're not
wrong
misleading you in
information.
any
But
way.
there's steps to do it, and it does look a little intimidating, but, you know.
No, I would appreciate it, because the homes right behind us have more property and bigger than ours, but his remark and answer to me was, well, you're new construction.
That's what I was told also.
Really?
And
Yes.
you're new,
Yes.
you're new construction, market value, new construction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all he says to me, I have it 100 times written on my folder.
I was told the same thing.
No, it,
So you don't want to buy a new home in the village.
Yes.
yeah. But there, you know, and you saw the additional taxes that the village pays that we don't wanna pay. We don't wanna pay, I'm gonna speak for the board right now, we don't wanna pay any taxes, okay? And I'm sure that is with you, so we're all on the same page with that. We will contact our attorney to lay out what we have to do so you guys can move forward, okay, with our help, with our guidance.
That's why we're here.
Yes,
But we could use the help,
yes.
not gonna lie, I mean.
I-
it's all they-
Well,
Just tell us what you need us to do.
Yeah.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
have to go
No,
around from one board to
I
another.
You
have
have my number, I told you, because I bought the house with intentions, it was gonna be 14 to 15,000. I'm at 18,200 with homeowners insurance.
Yes.
And I just got the
I just
bus
told
in
you
and
mine is
mailboxes.
Yeah.
Okay? And I had to fight for every piece of my
Yes.
rock lawn, I mean, it's been disastrous.
Well,
Yes.
you know, when you and I spoke, there's nothing that we could do with, as far as the school is concerned. It has to be the school district.
Right, if you can
But
guide us.
that's crazy. That tax is probably the majority.
And this- and-
That's
and-
the biggest.
It's almost $11,000, 10,500 or something like that. School taxes, the village tax, and then we have, the town.
And the county.
The county breaking out, if we could take out the town, which is 1,400, 1,300, 1,500, that's a chunk.
You know,
That's over $200 a month for us when we're paying that over there.
I mean, if we were to eliminate the town tax, and that's gonna take a while, but you know, we're working on that. We could keep $1.2 million in the village.
Right, and then for us,
Correct.
for us.
I mean, I'm not gonna speak out of place, but I would also think, we've had, again, these discussions for a while. It doesn't necessarily mean that we have to keep it 1.2 million, meaning we can lower our village taxes. And actually keep money in your pocket.
Well, that's the whole,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you, like Maria said, I came in, I'm like 3,500, my husband's never gonna be able to retire. It's driving us out of here, and that's what's gonna happen. People like us that came, have families, I don't wanna say it, but we're probably,
Yeah,
have to go.
Because taxes don't go down.
Yeah.
They keep going up.
well, you saw with
And it's
The
not fair.
village, yes.
our village, we're fine.
We're fine in the
crazy.
village, we gotta get out of the town taxes, and you have to get out of the town, and therefore that $1.2 million, we can reap some rewards.
Mhm. It's not falling on deaf ears. You know, we have been working on it.
And there are other people.
And it's gonna get,
It is.
it's gonna be fun, it's gonna get ugly,
Yeah.
That's okay,
but
There are other people that are still moving in because
we
they're
have our
supposed
village
to have
police.
a total of, I think, 70 homes.
And the dog.
Their taxes are 18,000. That's a lot.
yeah, it is a lot.
Yes.
I will make a phone call tomorrow to our attorney. I will
Please
get back to
do,
you.
I'm paying more in taxes than my mortgage, I mean, it's crazy.
We won't charge you for copies of whatever you.
Don't tell me,
You let me know, I'll make copies.
You know, if you,
I couldn't believe it, I was like, and I had to go get change out of my pocket, I was looking in my orange purse. They were once, I think it was 90 cents, I'm not sure.
What's sad is they think you can get that on the county site, I'm surprised.
That's what they told me, but I was like, no, I want it now.
Oh, okay,
so
And
then,
then they charged me.
yeah, that's not right.
After I came in, I'm practically in tears
How'd they come up with
crying.
90 cents?
yeah.
I don't know, I think it was 90 cents.
Frame it.
There's a discount for being a village resident.
Yeah, maybe it's $1.
They
and
put
they-
a dollar, they
Yeah.
felt bad. You're the village, okay, 90 cents.
Cents.
The town pays
I think it
$1.
was something, but
It might
just
be
the
because
fact.
she's from the village.
quite frequent
You said you were from the town, maybe you would've gotten it for free.
Yeah, well, he knows my whole, I had him pull up every house in Hyde, every house. Fair market value, new construction. I was like, I can't hear this anymore, I have to leave.
And he's, how long has he been there? 2 years?
Too long.
Moses?
Not that long.
Year and a half.
So where is he getting, how is he coming up with these numbers for
That's
us?
what I wanna know, because.
That's
How
what
is
the
he coming up
problem
with the
is.
numbers for
Great
us?
We will find out all of
Yes,
these, we can have a meeting on this,
Yeah,
so.
yes.
I couldn't understand it, look, I kept asking him, and I have market value, new assessments, based on sales, market value, assessed by what people paid for them, market values higher than the market, I have no idea.
Size of the home.
Yeah, size of the home, and it's new construction,
The size of the home, it does matter, the size of the home.
Yeah, but this.
Not like that, that's crazy. And
But
new
you have
construction-
houses on Bull Road. There are some homes on Bull Road that's bigger than, I have a bi-level, and I'm paying more taxes than a house that has 2 acres and is bigger than mine as a colonial. That's unacceptable. That's what, I don't understand, where is he getting this amount from?
we need your help.
I don't know
You know, I wanna
why
say
they
something.
would be paying more than someone like it. I don't know.
How much is that house on Bull Road? The cross when you come out of our
Age of the
development?
house does depreciate, right? Age of the house?
The taxes,
Age of the house
another
depreciates a
taxes.
little bit?
Yeah,
They're like 10.
the problem in Blooming Grove is that the last townwide reassessment was done in 1972.
Wow.
When new properties are put on the tax roll, they should be readjusted to a 1972 price. No assessor can ever force himself to do that. When I was practicing, I found that anybody who bought a house, say from the mid-1980s on, usually wound up being overassessed because the values had changed so much from the base values. If you had a house in 1972 and you haven't changed it, you haven't put an addition or added a pool, you have the same assessment you had in 1972. And you put a house up in 2016 and it's selling for many times more than the assessed value of that 72 house. That's what's driving a lot of the problems. An assessor has to make that mental adjustment to reduce a current market value to a 1972 value. Most of them can't do it. We had Laura Cody was the assessor before him, and, you know, she had difficulty doing that, but she was reasonable. When I would go on behalf of a client and talk to her, there was some movement. I haven't dealt with Moses in that capacity, so I don't know what his, but that's the issue.
And he told me, because I know for a fact, my old house is a mansion, 3 levels, and I said, they're paying $10,000. He told me he cannot go in and reassess unless there's a building permit.
He's right, he can't change
Right,
one
but-
house, but he has to adjust new houses
Correct.
to reflect that value.
Right, and what he's trying to do is go on the MLS and see who's putting in new kitchens, and he's not doing that. You think he's gonna read all those MLSs and adjust everything? No. And I know, we all know, these houses that were bought have additions, synagogues, 2 kitchens, and their taxes because they haven't been reassessed. And meanwhile, we're new
So
construction.
is that where the grievance would come in at that point?
That's where you file a grievance. The grievance day is the 3rd Tuesday in May or something like that.
Yeah, you have to have the forms in by March.
This woman's been waiting a year though.
Yeah.
So what's the
No,
point?
you should have gotten a response. Normally, they have a deadline
You said
in
you
which to
waited a year.
respond.
Yes. It's
And
almost a
if you're
year.
not
To us or to
successful,
them?
The town.
Yeah, the town.
I dropped the application with the
Listen.
at the office,
Listen to
everything.
Jim.
Yeah.
Jim's an attorney.
Yeah.
if They're not satisfied.
No, it
The
wasn't, no.
Oh,
It wasn't to us though, right?
Maria, need to hire him.
Excuse me, Maria. It wasn't to us, it was to them.
Yes,
Okay.
I followed all the
Yeah.
procedure,
No, no,
I
I'm
follow
not saying that.
procedure,
I just
I
wanted
do
to
what
make
I'm
sure.
supposed to do, but
Chief of Staff.
where's my answer? And the reason why I didn't like pursue it and follow up is because my neighbor over here told me what I need to do, and that's what I'm here for. We have to file another grievance, but what's the point of filing a grievance if the paper's not gonna move?
Well, he,
Do you know who their zone person is, like the ward?
That's what I was gonna say, the village is paying for 2 wards,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they should contact the ward.
Your
member,
ward
too.
would be, your Kathy.
Kathy.
Kathy Acevedo.
Acevedo.
Now,
Okay.
do you understand that?
She should help you.
With that?
Yeah, you know what the
Awards?
ward system came into effect 2 years ago, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
was just there,
And,
I think I met her, yeah.
And it's divided by Ahern Boulevard.
Okay,
Everyone to the
South.
south of Ahern is Ward 2, anybody to the north of Ahern is Ward 1.
And they're supposed to be your representative in the town.
Yeah.
They're the
So
ones
that's
that
your direct representative.
make sure you get a response when you file your grievance.
Yes.
Because I told him, I went in and he wasn't very nice, you know, and he didn't want to speak to me the second and third time I came in. And I told him that I was gonna bring the whole community in, which I got them involved with the sheets and everything. He goes, I don't care. This is what it is, I'm doing the right thing. I mean, so, I,
I know, it's not an answer you want to hear.
right, now there's a whole bunch of us, and like this gentleman said, we should be readjusted somewhere to fair assessment values. My home, my old home, is bigger than my new home.
Just a point of interest, when I lived in the condos after I left there was a reassessment, and they lowered the taxes and they gave everybody a rebate. The new owner got the rebate, I didn't get it, but they did go back and reassess, because the condos were overvalued. So, there is a point there.
ah, see,
Um,
something fishy's going on.
To contact the ward rep.
Somebody's pocketing money
Well, I
at our
think,
expense, that's what that sounds like.
You can
Yeah,
contact
Kathy
the ward
Acevedo,
rep,
I know her,
you need to
yeah.
contact the ward rep.
Then on the block.
Find out what
Yeah,
they're
my
doing.
son knows her son from school, so I'm gonna contact her, thank you.
If you feel like you want to,
Yeah.
just hire an attorney.
How we contact
I don't have the
them.
same
I'll get
rights.
your number.
Okay, yeah, we need that number.
And we will do the same here,
Yes.
okay? And we will talk to our attorney, like I said earlier, and find out the process that we all need to follow.
I actually have a meeting tonight.
And just schedule a meeting, yeah, just like we're doing now. And, but like I said earlier, this board is working towards
Independence.
independence.
Yeah. So we have like two issues, our high growth development and the town versus village.
Well, the one thing that, you know, when you and I spoke, it was with the garbage pickup, the trash pickup. That your rate was a little bit higher than mine or lower than mine. And since then, we've been having this discussion. We all have a green garbage can with a green top and one with a blue top. Why are we paying all different
Yeah, why? Because
prices?
of where you live?
Shouldn't be. Shouldn't be.
I can guarantee all of us are paying more than other people in the village.
Yeah, we are.
Why? Like I said to him, just because we're new people,
And it
wouldn't
shouldn't
we
be
have
based on
money?
assessment of
Right.
property or houses, it's assessed on how much, it's a pail.
Yeah.
It's a, we all have the same
Yeah.
green and blue
Size,
top
right.
lid pail.
If you look at your tax bill from the town, there's a single charge for the refuge
Yes.
pickup, and it's not related to the assessment, it's a flat
Flat,
charge.
right.
Should be the same throughout the whole town.
It should be.
I don't know if it is, but it should be.
No, we were different,
We've
remember?
compared bills on the board and they're all different.
Ours was,
I don't-
How is it mine is different?
And I'm down the
Yeah.
road from him.
She's on Capitol, I'm on
It's
Page.
a
I
town-wide
have
sewer
love faith in
district.
him.
yes.
Should be the same for every property.
I agree, Jim.
I have it right here.
We bought the house.
You would think that.
Yeah.
This is the,
This is, it's built dotting the Ts and Is.
Library,
No
fire.
bail reports.
Yeah, the Washingtonville Fire Department, don't we pay that with our taxes?
Yes, you do, I'm the Secretary Treasurer of the Fire District. We
Right,
pay that regardless of town, has nothing to do with town, nothing to do with village, other than the town collects the tax on behalf and disperses the money to us, because we are a governmental entity under New York State law.
like, don't we pay that to village also?
No, ma'am,
Oh,
we're paying that
okay,
only to the town.
okay.
I've been doing it for 30 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Henry,
Yes,
what did you say?
Thank you.
The town collects the taxes.
That's
just
correct.
like the school
Library,
district collects.
same way.
yep.
Library,
taxes for
the
the
town
library.
collects the tax, I'm sorry, the school collects the tax
For you, for the library.
They're just a collector, the library sets the rate, the school collects it and turns that money over to us.
Now, as far as Manel, it's a district, fire district.
Manila is not a district, Manila is an independent fire company.
It's not.
Washingtonville Fire
Fire
District
District,
is a government entity with five fire commissioners, one secretary treasurer, one deputy. Now, what happens is, we calculate our estimated cost, budget for the year, we submit it to the town, then the town in effect calculate the tax rate based upon the assessed valuations.
So that,